It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense set on first down. Here's the give off the left side. Sweet cut there.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Defense. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
So Oregon State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the team
fires one high and deep. And that pass is caught at the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. From the red zone, looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's McCoy. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Beavers! What a catch and run for 6. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll give it to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Coming after it. And they got him for the sack.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hankerson. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. And the Beavers will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And now on second down for this offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. Solid fundamentals on that tackle. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people... I mean, you know about the tradition and the history and the emotion surrounding this game. This is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
It's complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Now they'll run the draw. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We see him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Crosses to 40. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Looking for room, it's James. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Ducks are rolling down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this is why you consistently run the football. Because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. To the air, it's McCoy. Gets rid of it. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 2nd down after that incompletion. They go to the draw. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Clemens.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Was to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The number one job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Defense not showing press coverage. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Ducks line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Hankerson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Find space on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. Pulls it in.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing the ball.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He finds his man. And he's almost down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Beavers look to do some damage in the red zone. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, so they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake. Brought down at the 24.
And the Oregon offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Looking left. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, from Corvallis to Eugene, there are some ornery folks and some emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Ducks and Beavers. Talk about a 1st half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's caught. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That last completion is still leaving them with a 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Beavers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this.
They're racing to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Power football with the run. Ball is loose. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Extending the play. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy, because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Oh, big juke to get past. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sidelines.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Now from inside the red zone. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making the play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
35, Oregon State.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it down the left side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oregon State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon, 35, Oregon State.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up here. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's James. That's what you expect from a senior. Any extra yards. Great tackle there. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Johnson. Get there, the defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts. The Ducks will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Special teams coming. Back, they'll mark it dead at the 10. A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's McCoy. He makes the grab. Hey, this running back's got some sweet feet, not only to run, but to get a foot down in bounds.
Got that toe down. The foot was just small enough, Reese, to get that puppy down. But running backs, man, you can do so much with these guys and their speed and their athletic ability and trying to get the ball to them as many ways as you can.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our... right now is trying to do.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him...
He wants to go deep. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oregon, 42. Oregon State.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Makes a move. And the returner will be knocked down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. Definitely a school of thought, and nowadays where I'm putting up stats, and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Trying to get behind the defense. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Clemens. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Got his man downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. They're going to throw it again. Got his man down the middle.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
And he sacked a big down to stop this drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Now on the counter. And how about that interior? Roughing the run for nothing.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Plows through the defense. Just a savvy run from this junior. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
Good enough for a 1st down.
To the ground with the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The option look. Quick toss. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon, 49, Oregon State.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To throw, it's McCoy. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments and find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Beavers will line up to punt it away. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catches signaled for and made. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On the move, it's Whittington. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Defense run to the ball.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.